Joseph Mulandi has really been badgering me on WhatsApp to do a video of Oscar Sudi in respect to how the political class perceives him. Now, I don't want to weigh in on this with my own opinions. I'd rather just pull videos from the archives. So here's Edwin Sifuna roasting President William Ruto for reducing the average intelligence in the room to standard 8, because that's what happens when a PhD holder is hanging out with a class 2 dropout. Sifuna's words, not mine. Here's the tape.
Told us that he has a PhD and nobody should lecture him on anything. I've never seen a PhD who hangs out with class 2 dropouts, because what you do then is that you reduce the average intelligence to at least class 8. If you are just surrounded by, they say birds of a feather flock together. How are you a PhD hanging out with Sudi?
Now that video of Sifuna angered Sudi so much that he summoned all the English that he knows or part of it to issue a rebuttal. Here's the tip.
Sifuna, you are saying that William Ruto is hanging out with standard 2 dropouts. Let me ask you a question. Our fathers, are they university? Are they graduates? Number 2. Can you compare me with you, Sifuna? You know, my IQ and your IQ, it is not even a quarter. So look for somebody you can compare yourself with, or you can compare William Ruto with, but not me. I'm in another class, not because I'm bragging, but you can ask my history. You don't have even a quarter of my knowledge. Can you go and ask people or ask your friends if and ask them to tell you the truth? They will tell you the truth that you are nothing, and you don't reason like even a standard 4 form 4 dropout, leave alone standard 2. Because my friend, it is not about school, it's about skills. It's not about PhD, it's about calculation. So long as you can speak, you can think, you can see, you can smell.
To be fair, Sudi's English was impressive. Alijaribu, me impress. Second most comical Sudi situation is when Junet Mohammed realized that Oscar Sudi doesn't speak in Parliament. So he said they can amend the standing orders so that even sign language can be introduced in Parliament, so that Sudi can speak sign language, or they can also amend the standing orders so that another member of the same community can interpret vernacular when another member speaks it, so that everybody can partake in the going-ons of the National Assembly. Here's the tip.
Standing orders are clear. You can use 3 languages. You can use English, you can use Kiswahili, you can use sign language. Honorable Sudi can use sign language. If the other 2 have got limitations on those other 2, Mr. Speaker, either English or Kiswahili. Or I can amend the standing order on his behalf so that we can get interpretation for mother tongues. Here, Mr. Speaker, he can come here. If the standing order will allow us to speak in his Kalenjin language, then another member who's learned like Professor Tuitok can interpret for him that the member is saying this and he's saying or Kamket is here, Mr. Speaker. Or Sosion, who's nominated, who has not much work to do. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the matter, it's really, I really felt very bad, Mr. Speaker, as a member of this House. I felt that the meaning of this House should be done by other people, but not a member of this House who enjoys privileges, Mr. Speaker, as a member of the House. Mr. Speaker, if we demean our House, it is our own problem, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I want you to look into that matter, and if possible, the standing order has allowed me to name him, but Mr. Speaker, as the chairman of the Powers and Privileges Committee, Mr. Speaker, I beseech you to summon that member, Mr. Speaker, and take disciplinary action against him the way Okikama used to do when he was the chairman of the disciplinary committee in Karungo, Mr. Speaker.
That was very comical but rather harsh from Junet Mohammed. Number 3, there's a time when Oscar Sudi, for no apparent reason, decided to go after Babu Owino over this issue of maandamano. Here's the tip.
Wewe ni mjinga sana Babu Owino. Hiyo degree 7 haikusaidii kitu yote. Ni matope iko kwa kichwa yako. Kwa sababu unaendesha watu yako kwenda kufanya maandamano kila siku na kupora mali ya watu. Badala mfunze watu biashara. Mwende mchukue pesa ya Hustler Nation. Mfanye naye biashara, mjifunze biashara kutoka chini. Hakuna kitu utapata kutoka juu.
Now if you know Babu Owino like I do, he's a very quick thinker on his feet. If you insult him, he'll always have something back for you. So here's what he had to say to Oscar Sudi.
So Kenya Kwanza MPs, if we take an example of Oscar Sudi, he's saying that their support for the president is there, like literally, even if it means getting or stealing votes for him, it is what has to be there, or if it's means rigging. What's your take on that as an MP?
You know, my sister, when intelligent people keep quiet, fools multiply.
And last but not least on the list is a one Karungo wa Thangwa, whose jibe came out just the other day, yesterday literally. Here's a tip.
And that's why I want to say today, na munikubalia niongee na Kiingereza ndio akina Sudi na Ishongwa wasikie. And that's why I'm saying here today. Oh, Sudi hawezi sikia Kiingereza. Ala, haziki. Acha niongee Kiswahili. Na ndio maana nasema siku ya leo, hata ukiangalia gazeti la leo limesema the legitimate deputy president sio mwingine ni Rigathi Gachagua, na tunakubaliana na ruling ya Court of Appeal ambayo ilisema the 3 judge bench, wale ambao walikubalia yule Yesa aapishwe, hiyo judge bench ilikuwa imeundwa kinyume na sheria.
Now, at the end of the day, personally, I don't fault Oscar Sudi for not being a big academia. Because, let's be honest, if we judge people in life based on the papers you have, then we have so many graduates who don't have jobs or a means to make ends meet. And there are many who barely went to school and they're doing well. So what's the SI unit for success? What do you think? Is it the paperwork? Is it the ability to put food on the table? Or is it the quality of the relationships with the people around you? Or maybe the relationship with your God? Just drop me your own comments in the comment section below. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. Now with that, I believe I've answered Mr. Mulandi and we can move on to the next segment of the day. Now if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Ofula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.